Eric Kayser founded a baking empire more than 20 years ago, and now he has 200+ shops around the world.
Wow, that's impressive. Alison Morris is here with the secret to one of Kayser's Valentine's Day specialties. I mean, boy, everything, even the eggs are good there. I mean, everything's really good.
Yeah, it's very rich. It's good.
You walk in, the place just smells fantastic.
Yes,
you know you're in the right spot.
Desserts.
You know, guys, when I lived in
Madeleines.
France in the early 2000s, Eric Kayser was all the rage. His first Maison Kayser had only been open for about 5 years, and the typically fussy Parisians were raving about his bread. He was a young guy who was going back to the old style of baking, and now he's spreading that classic style around the world.
We say lieu de vie in French, so people can live here.
Eric Kayser would love it if New Yorkers lived in his boulangeries.
C'est joli, hein?
The master French baker opened his first Maison Kayser on the Upper East Side 5.5 years ago.
Now we have 16 restaurants in New York. So we're starting with the breakfast, after the lunch, after the tea time, and after the dinner. We have a special meal, very good. And people coming all the day long to take a coffee, to buy a baguette, to buy a croissant. It's nice.
Kayser spent more than a decade learning how to make the finest bread before opening his first shop in Paris in 1996.
We are going back to the old recipe. It means that we have very long fermentation, 12 hours minimum to do from scratch, coming with the baguette from outside the oven, so more than 12 hours. And we work with natural sourdough.
Thanks to the natural ingredients, no added butter, sugar, or preservatives, it wasn't long before the Parisians fell in love with his bread.
I was very nervous because when you open your first shop, you put all your money inside your shop and you wait for a customer.
Kayser now has more than 200 bakeries around the world. His hope to bring quality carbs to everyone.
I'm starting to open in Cambodia, in some country in Africa, because my goal is to give the know-how to all the people around the world. People need to understand what is a very, very good bread or good pastry.
Valentine's Day is one of Maison Kayser's busiest times, so Chef Kayser showed me how to make one of their February specialties.
I will show you how we can try to do a beautiful raspberry tart.
Perfect.
And we have 3 stages.
Okay.
First is to do the dough, after the cream, and after starting the tart.
Start with butter, mix in eggs, then add flour, salt, sugar, cornstarch, baking powder, and almond flour. Eric prefers to work with his hands.
For me, in my spirit, that if you touch with your hand, you give some power inside the dough, so it's much better.
Once you've shaped the dough, bake it at 300 degrees for 30 to 45 minutes till golden brown. Top with chantilly cream, then raspberries.
Yeah, put everywhere. Huh? Most important is to have everywhere.
A little dark chocolate, powdered sugar, et voila.
Tarte aux framboises, très joli.
Eric just opened his first bakery in D.C. last week. They're opening another one there on Thursday. As for New York, he'll be moving into Hudson Yards and says he will have 20 locations in the city by the end of this year.
It's a lot to manage.
It is a lot, and his general manager is fantastic.
Yeah,
They run a tight ship, and everyone that works there
times.
makes really good bread.